Hello, I'm Madison Blaishaw, and today I will be teaching English on idioms, and today's idiom will be call it a day. The first slide is the title of the idiom that we'll be talking about today, and that is call it a day. Call it a day is today used when you are finishing up work or quitting for the day or leaving wherever you're going. You're going to just be like, all right, I'm going to call it a day. And this phrase was born when a worker was leaving from work before doing all of his work, and was originally related to the phrase call it half a day, and initially was found in 1838. They used it to say goodbye to work employees when they left for work for the day. The first recorded use of the call it a day was in 1919. And I found this on the idioms.com. The phonetic transcription is as shown here below. And this is saying that k is voiceless, velar, and it stop as well because it's just k, so it stops. It doesn't keep going. The t is voiceless, alveolar, and stop. And alveolar is because it hits the roof of your mouth. And d is voiced alveolar and stop. The word history. Call. Call is a verb and a noun, but it was a verb first in the mid-13th century. It means to cry out, call for, summon, invoke, ask for, demand, order, give name to, apply by the way of designation, and it is from the Old Norse kalla, to cry loudly, summon in a loud voice, name, call, by name, is from the Proto-Germanic call. The Old High Germanic callon, to speak loudly, is from the PIE root gal, to call or shout, and this is related to called and calling. Call, the noun, first came about in the early 14th century, and it is a loud cry and outcry. Also a summons and invitation from call, the verb. From the 1580s as a summons to the military to perform some duty. And there's a few more listed below. The word history for the word day. Day is a noun. It is Old English dig. And it was a period during which the sun is above the horizon. Also a lifetime, definite time of existence from the Pro-Germanic dags or day. He also adds the Germanic initials D is of obscurant, they don't know the origin, obscure origin, but Boutkin says that it is from the PIE root de, to burn, not considered to be related to the Latin dies, which is from the root die, or to shine. The meaning originally in English, the daylight hours, is expanded to mean the 24-hour period. In the late Anglo-Saxon times, the day formally began at sunset, hence the Old English wooden night was what we would call Tuesday night. And back then they didn't have weekdays, so they weren't called Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like until the 17th century. The Greek translation of the word is telegosimenia simera. And that probably wasn't very close to the real way, but I'm not Greek. And this is the prophetic, or the IPA form of the word, and it is directly translated to we are done for the day, but in Greek they say we are finished for today is what they call it. The Greek alphabet is not the same as the English alphabet. The Greek alphabet has 24 letters, And in here it shows the uppercase and the lowercase of each letter. And some of them, like you can see here, the A is similar and the B is pretty similar and the E is as well pretty similar, but they are not the exact same. And like here, you can see how the I is, the uppercase is similar, but the lowercase is not. So they don't look completely the same. But there are also similarities to the IPA, because they have a few of the little notations that the IPA uses. There are accents used in the Greek language, like the acute accent, which is shown here, and the circumflex is that accent right there, and the grave accent is right here, and they all indicate different types of pitch. So when you're talking, it's really used, it's not used in like the writing. And the rough, this indicates the rough breathing and indicates the presence of the sound before the letter, with the smooth breathing as that accent, which indicates the absence of the h. So that is the Greek alphabet. So let's call it a day. Thank you for coming and listening to my talk today, and thank you for letting me educate you about this idiom.